agency. So being a new agent, it's a completely different perspective from agents such as Fernando, such as Ruben, Roman, Ernie, everyone who's been here for a very long time. So, but coming here as a new agent, my mind completely shifted. And it was thanks to individuals that are in this office. And when I think about it, every individual that has influenced me, it's all because of you. You created those individuals, you were a big part of their success, and thanks to you now, the newer agents such as myself, George, Nate, Jeremy, Ruben, now we're trying to do the same thing. So when you're around someone for so long, you kind of become used to them. I'm sure there's people who are used to you and they see you just as a broker. But to us newer agents, it's a huge deal. I wake up extremely motivated every day and try to follow your footsteps. And I think, I'm not sure if you see how big this thing is. This is huge. I mean, you've really inspired so many people. Everyone in here is inspired by you. And that's something that, everyone hopes to reach one day. There's so many great things that you've done. And I don't even know everything, but I've known you for a year and a half, and I wish I would have met you sooner. But then I think back, and I'm glad I met you now. Because all the experiences that you've gone through, now you're able to share this with us. So from the bottom of my heart, and from I think every agent here, we're very thankful for you. And thank you. Thank you for everything, and may God continue to bless you, and by Him blessing you, you're blessing us. So thank you so much, David. Have your day.
So yeah, David. Seriously, what Oliver just said, it resonates a lot. Before anything else, and of course, the first thing that I need to say is thank you for being you, for being there all of these years. Looking at guys like Oliver and all of you guys, newer guys and stuff like that. Like it totally reminds me of me and the experience that I had like in those years. Seems like yesterday, it might have been like 27, 28 years. 29 years. It's been a while. It's been a while. At about some of you guys' age, that's when I started. I started as a part-time agent, and we don't know left from right at the very beginning, so we definitely need that that steady hand that will tell us what to do, because we really don't know. Starting off, we really don't know. As much as we might think that we know something, we really don't know. We're coming into this new arena, this new environment, and we just don't know. So just the fact that you're there to hold our hand in those early decisions makes a huge difference. I know it did for me. I had a regular job. I had a full-time job, and you remember at some point in time, probably about a year into it, I saw the potential that this business had. I'm sure it's turning it into a business, not just a job, right? And I remember my to-go place was to go check with you. Should I do this? And I'm so glad that you said yes, do it. There was no doubt when you said yes, cut the cord. Right? So that's exactly what I did. I left my previous job and I decided to come into this business full time. It's needless to say, this business changed everything for me. It really did. Coming from where I come from and having the progress that thankfully we've been able to make, that's huge for me. Everything is relative. But if you come from where I come from, a little bit of progress, as little or as little as it might be, is huge. And you're a big part of the deal. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for being there, for starting this organization, and having that steady hand that will point the way and will tell us how to go about it at times. So whenever we come to a little bit of doubt or a fork on the road and what have you. So thank you so much. May God continue to bless you for many years to come. We wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you.
David, the opportunity to be part of your Century 21 family has been amazing and extremely productive. We take occasions like this to express our wholehearted appreciation to you for allowing the opportunity to be here. It's great to work with someone as honorable as you, and it's even greater to honor you on your birthday. From the Lawyers Title family, happy birthday. Thank you, David.
We're good buddies now. Good buddies. So, like I always tell Mr. Sadian, obviously we're celebrating a special day. I tell Mr. Sadian all the time that he's not just a broker, a business partner, but also a father figure to myself. You know, you've been involved with the Bravo family for many years, and we've never taken that relationship for granted. Dylan is 7 years old, so we're probably going to need at least 11 more years. Can you guarantee me that? 11 more years? He'll be 18 at that point. 11, at least 11 more, Mr. Sadian. Beyond that, I appreciate your friendship. You not only guide us from a business standpoint, but also a personal standpoint, and I think that's what separates Mr. Sadian from a lot of brokers in this industry and just in this world in general. A lot of people make it about money and business, and it's really not. You make it about God, faith, and family, and that's something that I've implemented in my family also. So, no words to describe how grateful I am for what you've done for myself, my career, my family. I love you like a father. Very happy birthday, Mr. Sadian. Thank you.
For your family, and for everyone here. Last night after I finished reading my Bible, I had exactly what I needed to say. You know what? For most people here, David's our friend. But then there's also people that call him father and husband. But overall, we're all friends of David. I looked up the word friend, and it says that you are to others the biggest support system that we have. It means being able to share life, laughs, and love for the rest of your life with all of us. It means not getting angry when your opinion is different from us. When I'm friends with you, we're all friends with you. We know we can call you, and you'll answer anytime, and we know that you will help. And you're also our support, and the support means that to agree and give encouragement to someone like us, or something because you want him or her to succeed. Pass it down to me as a coach, as an individual, as a father. I know exactly the way I should be. Because not only the Word of God, but also in the way that you lead. And you're also a teacher. Yesterday was the day of the teacher. I don't know if you guys didn't know that, but David's a teacher every day. And a teacher does things out of devotion to make others better and to make sure that we apply all the subjects learned to become skilled and be able to make our lives easier. And that's what you're doing now with our classes, right? When I think of David, I think of a person who makes us feel important and constantly encourages me and encourages everyone. And he's an individual that pushes us harder every day and applauds us even with the smallest amount of the progress that we serve. And there's a couple of scriptures that I want to put together to symbolize what David is. John 15:13 says that greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. And you know what? Life, when you lay down your life, you're giving time. You can't buy time. You can't ask for time. So we know how important it is to not only attend the office meetings, and you attend the office meetings, you show respect. I remember when I first got in the office, I looked up to Fernando, and Fernando told me one time, you know what, I never miss the meetings because they're important for David. And if they're important for him, I'm always going to be there. So guess what? Unless I have an appointment, I'm always going to be there because everything you say is worthy. Proverbs 18:24 teaches that one who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin. Or in other words, the Bible says, a man with too many friends becomes broke. Right? But there's a friend who sticks closer than a brother. And we've got to treasure what we have in David. He's not only a great individual, but he's been honored by so many people that being here together with him means a lot. And so basically, this is an era of social media. Now, social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever they have there, promotes many superficial connections that people take and say, hey, they're friends of mine. But there are a few friends. And really, even the most person that brags about having X amount of friends, they can actually be lonely. Having friends doesn't mean that you're not lonely. But having a true friend, someone that you can value, someone that you can count on, that's important. And that's what you are to me, and I know that you symbolize it to everybody. David, you lead by example and character. We're truly blessed to call you a friend. On behalf of all your family and friends here today, happy birthday.
Literally, they just asked me if I would say something, but I was saying, if they don't ask me, I'm still gonna get up. so, when I think of David, I would say the word that comes to mind the most is wisdom. David is a man that has much wisdom in the real estate industry, but I'm talking more about personal. A lot of you might not know, but I've been with Old Republic now 21 years, and before that, I used to work for David for 6 years. And that was during the time that it was a hard time for me. I was going through a divorce, and I still remember. And at that time, I really needed God and just direction. And my father, as growing up, and I'm getting very personal here, but as growing up, my mom and my dad divorced when I was 4, so my dad wasn't very much in the picture. So David, really, when I say that you've taken like the place of a father for me, you have. You've directed me in some of the most important times in my life. And so for that, there's nothing in the world that, no money can replace that. And so I service so many offices from here to Beverly Hills, but you are in a different class, because for me, it's not about the business, it's about the personal. And so you have helped to mold me, and because you've helped to mold me in the most important times in my life, my kids are better as well. And, I'm sure their kids will be better. And so, on top of when I had faith as well, there was a lot of wisdom that you gave. I had a daughter that passed, and David was there again for me. So David is like a father to me, and I think to many. I go to a lot of offices where agents used to work here, and David has still made an impact on their life. So somebody said it in here that, he makes a big difference in here. No, it goes beyond here. And so it's to many people, and maybe sometimes you're not going to know. Like I think you told me one time, you may not know all the blessings that you directly did, but it's ricocheting, and it's going to go for years and years. And God definitely has favor, and has blessed you, and definitely has put you in a place where you've been a blessing to many. And I'm very proud and orgullosa, I guess, to be able to say that I serviced your account, but more than that, I've been able to be your friend. Okay, so happy birthday.
Relationship with you has recently started, so I got the pleasure of getting to know you and as a friend in December, and also in business. We started our relationship, but I just want to say thank you so much, because you taught me in these short few months some words of wisdom. And when I first visited your church, you said these words to me and to everybody in the congregation. You said, you were born and created to be number one. And I carry that everywhere with me now. So after a lot of my meetings, my broker preview, at the end of every preview, at the end of every meeting, I tell everybody to repeat after me. So let's do that for David. If we can all say, we were born and created to be number one. Ready? Go. We were born and created to be number one. Is that right? Yes. Thank you, David. Thank you so much.